I'm pretty much fed up. I've had it up to here. It's a serious problem in America. Every time you turn around, mass shootings, gun violence in America is way past out of control. I have gun violence fatigue. I'm sick of it. I've lost family as well as friends to gun violence. Now, I'm here in the DMV. The DMV is the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, okay? When I was growing up, there was no such thing as the DMV. That's more of a modern new term. When I was growing up, it was either you lived in DC, Maryland, or Virginia. Now, I do believe they called it the tri-state area, but that was the most you were going to get. There was no such thing as the DMV. And people out here are very sensitive about their town status, their neighborhood status. And usually it's because of Negroes just want to be wicked. Negroes like to pride themselves on being from areas where it's all about gun action, gunplay, gun violence. I'm so fed up with it. One of the things that I don't like about the DMV, and like I said, when I was growing up, there was no such thing as the DMV. You either was from DC, Maryland, or Virginia. But in these modern times, I guess the young niggas came up with this, or the radio stations, whoever came up with this DMV stuff, right? So a lot of people know about DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Obviously, DC is the center of it. That's the D. The M is Maryland, and the V is Virginia. And for the most part, when people say DMV, they're not talking about way out in Maryland, way out in Virginia. They're talking about, first and foremost, Washington, D.C., and then they're talking about the parts of Maryland and Virginia that are right there, very close to Washington, D.C., like PG County, Moe County, stuff like that. The gun violence in Washington, D.C. is ridiculous. It's always been ridiculous. Ever since I was born, it was ridiculous. The gun violence in parts of Maryland. Now, I can't speak for parts of way out in Maryland because I don't know about way out in Maryland because I'm not out there. But nowadays, it seems as if it's a green light on every block. I don't care what part of Maryland you in. I don't care what part of Virginia you in. Negroes only care about shooting and killing. Definitely in D.C. for sure, okay? Anybody's out there from Washington, D.C. or the DMV, y'all can attest to what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about. One of the things that I don't like about this area, particularly when summertime comes, if you live in the DMV, you already know. When summertime comes, the murder goes up. The murder rate, it jumps way up. It's like Negroes get more crazier and more wilder. The temperature rises, so does the gunplay. I've had family members get murdered in the carryout, literally inside of the carryout, ordering food, and niggas roll up, bang, bang. You know what I'm saying? People that have been sitting in cars. I remember this one guy I knew back in the day. You know, Washington, D.C., like I said, has always been a problem with gun violence. One of my buddies back in the day, you know, he was into drugs and everything. So he goes to these other people's neighborhood, right, in D.C., and he decides he wants to sell his drugs in this other neighborhood that wasn't his. and he fell asleep in the car, right? Now, at this time, my buddy, he's probably at this time, he making like $5,000 a day. So, you can imagine if you're in a neighborhood and you making $5,000 a day, and that's not your neighborhood where you're originally from, them niggas who from around there, is only so much they're going to put up with that. They're going to try to kill you. And if they can't figure out a way to kill you, they'll figure out something else, have you robbed or something, right? But one of my guys, he was in this neighborhood that didn't belong to him. He was uptown. I'm not going to say specifically what neighborhood, because a lot of people around here are very sensitive about their neighborhood status. But he was uptown in one of these neighborhoods, and he was in the car, right? Sitting on the block in the car. He fell asleep. And he fell asleep, so the niggas, they saw him in that car sleep. They was like, yo, this our chance to get him. So they rose up on his car while he sleep. Bang, 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 shoots up the car. So the homeboy wakes up in the hospital. He don't know what happened. Last he knew, he was hustling in the car. He probably don't even remember that he fell asleep. He just know he was in the car. Next thing he know, he wakes up in a hospital. And he was blind when he woke up because they hit him all up in the face. You know what I'm saying? That's just one story. Anybody from the DMV, I'm sure you got stories of gun violence. Whether you lost brothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, classmates, it is a very, very serious problem. And it just makes me sick to my stomach because it's like it's nowhere that you can go without having to be constantly on guard, 100% aware of your surroundings, because niggas might shoot the shit up. That's all these niggas care about out here. And it can become very frustrating knowing that every time you go out, you gotta watch niggas. Can't trust them far as you can throw them. Can't even trust them that far. Because it seems to me, the only thing that Negroes care about is shooting and killing. Everything else takes a back seat to gunplay in the DMV. I was in my plantation earlier today working. One of the homeboys. Shout out to the Southside DC. One of my homeboys from the Southside. We always be talking about how crazy these niggas are out here. How they only care about killing everywhere. That's all they want to do. Niggas showed me a news clip. I don't know if it happened yesterday. Might have happened this morning. But some nigga out in PG County, broad daylight, nigga riding down the street, hanging out the sunroof with two Jim Jams. Bah, 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 bah. We talking broad daylight, riding down the middle of the street, hanging out a sunroof. Nigga was somewhere over by either Capitol Heights, District Heights. If you from the DMV, you know about Capitol Heights, District Heights. All niggas care about is killing. And that's over in PG County. PG County is a very dangerous place, okay? It's one of the so-called suburbs of Washington, D.C., even though technically it's not in Washington, D.C., but it's very close. Places like Temple Hills, District Heights, Capitol Heights, Seat Pleasant, Landover. These are all places that have had tremendous problems with gun violence ever since the 80s for sure. Ever since the crack game came to the DMV, it hasn't been right since. That's when the gunplay went up tremendously. And there were already niggas out here using guns like the world's coming to an end. But when crack came to town in the mid to late 80s, the DMV got off the hook. DC, PG County, and it never recovered. Like I said, that was PG County that I saw that video on earlier today. Nigga riding down the middle of the street while his homeboy driving. He hanging out the sunroof with two Jim Jams. Bah, 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 bah. Indiscriminately just shooting everything in sight. That happens so much. Also over the weekend, I'm watching a news clip, Northeast, DC, two different groups, two neighborhoods. I told y'all around here, it's all about neighborhoods. That's why people are so sensitive about what town they from, what block they from, what neighborhood they from. People don't gangbang in the DMV, but it's all about neighborhood crews. They will kill you for disrespecting the hood. And that's what me and the homie was talking about earlier today. For real, it's gangbanging. It's just not Bloods and Crips and Vice Lords. It's all about neighborhoods. He from 8th Street. He from 10th Street. He's from Paradise. He from Simple City. He from 37th. He's from Barry Farms. He's from Surson Quarters. He's from Saratoga. He's from Trinidad. All these neighborhoods around here. These niggas will take your life in a heartbeat if they sense that you are violating their neighborhood or disrespecting their neighborhood. All it is gangbanging for real. And I'm sick of it. Like I said, I wanted to puke when I saw that Negro hanging out the sunroof earlier today. Just riding down the street. Bop, 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 bop. Now I can guarantee you that nigga don't know how to shoot for real. He's spraying and praying. That's what we call it, spraying and praying. That's what a lot of these niggas out here be doing. Hitting innocent people. Like I said, over the weekend out Northeast. Somewhere near Benning Road, if I'm not mistaken. If y'all know what, if you from the DMV, you know all about Benning Road. Northeast, Southeast. Somebody out there, it was two different groups, right? And almost, I want you to imagine 140 bullets being sprayed in your block and not one person get hit. Bullets going through cars, going through houses, going through churches, going over to the next block, and don't nobody get hit. That's a miracle from the Most High God. But a lot of times, people are getting hit. I think it was yesterday, a small little girl got shot in the arm out Southeast. I'm so disgusted with these Negroes and all this gunplay. And I understand, right? You got to defend yourself. I get that. But the majority of these slayings and these shootings is not Negroes defending themselves. It's Negroes being wicked. These Negroes are wicked out here. And they don't care who they hurt. It could be you, me, somebody's mother, grandmother. These niggas just don't care. I pray to the Most High that the Negroes going around doing all this senseless slayings and violence, I pray that the Most High brings the pain to these people. Somebody who's going to come out and indiscriminately kill anybody. You shouldn't be allowed to live. And I see exactly why the Most High is going to take out the majority of our people. These Negroes don't got no soul, y'all. Heartless, ruthless. One of the things that I don't like about the DMV, it's been going on since I've been a small child. Whenever summertime gets here, the murders go up. Rest in peace to all the Negroes out here who done lost their life due to senseless gun violence. Like I said, I've lost multiple family members, lost multiple friends, classmates, neighborhood partners due to senseless gun violence. And yesterday, like I said, I saw on the news over 140 bullets ripped through this neighborhood. Nobody got hit though. That's a miracle. I'm just fed up with it, y'all. If you are fed up with this gun violence problem here in America, go down in the comment section and let us know. If you're from the DMV, shout out to you. Let us know where you from, whether you're from the DMV or not. If you're watching this video, your town, your city got a gun violence problem, let us know where you from. Let us know you in the house. And let's pray to the Most High God that he sends his angels to keep all of us safe and that he brings judgment to the savages who are senselessly, indiscriminately riding through these neighborhoods and unleashing a hailstorm of bullets. You got Negroes riding around who will pull up with 100 rounds. That's all the young niggas rap about, 100 round, 100 round. They will pull up to your block and unleash 100 rounds randomly into a crowd. And you know what their justification will be from? Their justification will be, well, them niggas over there, they shot my homeboy. Even though it might be only one nigga from around there who shot your homeboy. That's how niggas are. They'll pull up to a neighborhood and say, these niggas in this neighborhood killed my homie. They'll pull up to a corner with 100 rounds and unleash 100 rounds into a crowd of people. That's the kind of stuff that be going on out here. And I'm sure it's going on where you at too. I'm just sick of it. Been seeing this crap since I was a kid. I'm tired of it. I want the Most High to bring judgment to these people. Self-defense is one thing. Pulling up to a corner and unleashing 100 rounds into a crowd, that's another. I told y'all think I'd be exaggerating sometimes. The DMV, it seems like all these Negroes care about is shooting and killing. Now, I might be wrong, but I doubt it. I'm fed up with it, y'all. And I'm sure I'm probably going to go in here today and watch the news, hear about some shooting. See, with weather like this, I already know niggas getting shot out here today. In the DMV, Washington, D.C., surrounding suburbs very close by, nigga probably already got shot. And when the sun go down, all bets are off. I know one of my homeboys, he live in Southeast, right? And he ain't a chump, he ain't a punk, he far from a wimp. But he know where he live at. And he know how niggas get down in the city. Nigga said, bruh, I don't come outside when the sun go down. Imagine that. Imagine living in a neighborhood where you literally know. Imagine living in the kind of town or the neighborhood where you know you can't come outside at night. I'm sure some of y'all out there, you go through that. The neighborhood you live in is so bad, you can't come outside at night. And that's like my one homeboy, right? He from the South Side. And like I said, he's far from a chump. He ain't no wimp. He a stand-up guy. But he knows where he lives at. He on the South Side. And on the South Side, if anybody from D.C., y'all already know how the South Side get down. The homie said, hey, bruh, I don't come outside at night. Just imagine what that would be like if you had to live somewhere like that, where everything that you wanted to do, you had to make sure it was done before the sun go down. Because certain neighborhoods, when that sun go down, you got some neighborhoods where niggas don't even come outside until the sun go down because they're doing so much dirt. They can't afford for nobody to spot them and to recognize them. So they come out at nighttime to rob you, to shoot you, to unalive you, to do all kind of dastardly things to you. But like I said, that's the kind of place that the DMV is. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you grew up in the DMV, everything I'm saying to you, you already know what I'm saying is 100% facts. I'm just tired of it, y'all. And when I saw that video this morning of that Negro out in PG County, that's Maryland, one of the so-called suburbs of Washington, D.C., and I say so-called because it ain't nothing suburban about PG County. And some neighborhoods you might ride through, even in D.C., some neighborhoods you ride through, it might actually look like it's a good neighborhood, but that's the furthest from the truth. And the locals and the natives will tell you that. I'm just tired of it all. I'm tired of everywhere I go, I got to be on super standby and super alert Because you never know when a nigga gonna go off the deep end and start nigging. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to somebody out there. Every day is happening, y'all. Seeing people on the news crying about how every night in their neighborhood is gunshots. Sometimes innocent people get hit. Sometimes they're fortunate. Like yesterday or day before yesterday, out northeast. 140-something bullets unleashed in the neighborhood. 2 different neighborhoods fighting with each other. And like I said, if you're from D.C., you know a lot of the neighborhoods on Benning Road, they got smoke with each other. So when they see each other, it's on sight. 140-something bullets unleashed in the neighborhood. Not one person got hit. Bullets going through people's houses, going through people's cars, going through the church, going through wherever. And niggas don't care. It saddens my heart, Hebrew. I'm tired of it. I want the Most High to bring judgment to these Negroes. Because it's dangerous. These Negroes are monsters. And I don't know about y'all. See, we've been taught, or not we've been taught, we're so used to dealing with heinous conditions. In our minds, we think that crap is normal. That ain't normal. It's not normal to know a whole bunch of people who've been murdered. That's not normal. But to us, it's normal in the so-called black community. And now even places outside of the black community. America, period, has a problem with gun violence, a major problem, and mass shootings. It's been so many mass shootings. And here's the thing. They don't really start calling it mass shootings until it starts affecting white America. My whole life, mass shooting is anytime more than one person gets killed at a time or more than one person gets shot at a time. In the hood, ever since I've been a little kid, there's been mass shootings. But that ain't how they report it, though. They'll just say gun violence or shooting. I know multiple shootings where multiple niggas got shot when I was growing up. They didn't call it mass shootings. They only call it mass shootings when it affects white America. I remember one time, I can't remember if it was a double homicide or a triple homicide, when I was in PG County, right across the street. Nigga got caught at a stoplight. I don't know if somebody walked up on him or pulled up on him, shot the car up, killed everybody in the car. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it was a triple homicide. 3 people in there, they all got killed, shot the car up. To show you how much that they don't care about the so-called black community, they shot that car up. It was a triple homicide, right? Do you know that car, they left that car sitting right there for like 2 or 3 days at the stoplight? If you don't think that does something to people's mental, everybody pulling up to that stoplight, either you're leaving the neighborhood or coming back, and you see the car sitting right there at the stoplight, riddled with bullets, and everybody in the neighborhood know, oh yeah, 3 niggas got killed in that car. And if you didn't know, you found out because the car stayed right there. You telling me that ain't on purpose? You think that the city or the county should not have removed that car sitting right there at a stoplight, riddled with bullets? Everybody in the neighborhood know it was a triple homicide. And to my knowledge, I don't remember hearing about anybody getting caught for that triple homicide neither. But it was definitely an eyesore, and everybody in the neighborhood was talking about it. Yo, you heard what happened? You heard what happened at the bottom of the street? 3 niggas got smoked. Yeah, the car's still sitting right there. Can you imagine that? You think that don't give niggas PTSD? I'm sick of it. And I guess this video was just a little bit of a rant, because I know I'm not the only person sick of this kind of stuff. I'm sure y'all got gun violence problems where you at too. You watching this video wherever you at, go down in the comment section and let us know where you from, fam. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm out.